Oh, there you
Are we supposed to be silent?
Wondering the same thing.
It's the opening here. We're rolling live here.
Oh,
Probably
okay.
introduce. We're live with the curling Zoom party. Final draw of the day here from the Goldline U.S. Open Contender round, and excited to come with C-Qualifier action. Just rolling through the opening credits here. A little bit more informal tonight. It's the late night edition, so it maybe gets a little darker in the evenings. I think that's just usual for the
I think
party.
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's
go.
definitely
It
fair.
usually happens that night. Sun goes away, it gets darker.
We're all kind of hanging out in our office studios.
Warm rooms, yeah.
I do.
Let that roll a little long.
It's cold where you
Here
are,
we
Jerry?
are. What's that?
Sorry.
We've got Jed Brundidge. I believe they curl out of the St. Paul area, right there at the Twin Cities, taking on Riley Fenson, one of the USA curling junior squads. They curl out of the Chaska Club.
Cool.
Nice.
So I'd like to welcome everyone to our curling Zoom party.
Yes.
Tell us, Matt, I know we went through this a little bit on our first episode, but for people tuning in for the first time, maybe missed the opening, what is the curling Zoom party? What does this come from?
Well, it came from the pandemic, and we just thought, wouldn't it be interesting to watch, because we have to be locked in and we can't go anywhere on a Saturday night and a Wednesday night? Wouldn't it be fun to just go to a Zoom room and watch curling and chat? And so we started doing this back in March, and we did it every Saturday night and Wednesday night. And now we've stopped Wednesday, but we've been going pretty hard every Saturday night. We've only missed one Saturday night, and we've watched old curling games. And sometimes the players from the games have been on the call, and sometimes they haven't. And mostly it's just like we just banter and watch curling.
It's been pretty fun.
Yeah.
Get some interesting discussions, some about curling, some not so much.
Right. Many not so much
Yeah.
about curling.
But I think the fun thing is we've probably had some of the most interesting games, in curling history, and been able to get the participants to come and talk about it, or at least one side of the game. The participants from one side. So it's been so much fun in that respect too.
Yeah, we've had a lot of Briar champions. We've had a lot of world champions. We've had just a lot of players on talking about their experience. And the whole time we watch these old games, we just look at the sweeping and think we're all doing it wrong, sweeping it wrong in those older games. All those times sweeping, Michael. All those times sweeping.
Yeah, it's a good thing Kevin's not here because he'll be rambling off for 5 minutes about directional sweeping back when, Michael and I used to do in the 90s, and shut up,
We
Kevin.
knew before
God,
everybody else. That's what Kevin says. He's not here.
That's what he says.
Why were you any
in the
good?
90s? What were you doing wrong?
It's a valid question.
Well, he
we
said
probably-
that they flooded the ice. They didn't scrape.
Yeah, we did. We flooded the ice. We probably weren't playing with a good enough back end, I guess.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
Oh, clearly. Throw the back end under the bus.
That's what good front enders do.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
No, I
Oof.
can't complain.
Yeah, it's been
You
a
know-
pretty interesting set of entertainment, and it was a really neat idea that you put together, Matt. And kudos to that.
It's been honestly fun, and like we said in the earlier call today, easily one of the most fun nights was the 1988 Brier final with Pat Ryan and Eugene Ritzik, and they just talked through every end. They were both on the call. It was just a really fun game. It was one of the games that we actually watched every shot, but we had them commentating, talking about the shot and talking about the experience off the ice and the experience at the event and the ice conditions and the rocks. And it was just really great to watch that game again with the players there.
Yeah. What two amazing
Didn't they
gentlemen.
say, Eugene had never
awesome.
rewatched that game?
Neither of them.
Pat or
Pat
Eugene
either.
hadn't watched that game ever. So neither one had watched it. And it was really fun. And Eugene joined us a bunch of times afterwards too. And especially if we had Saskatchewan, if we were watching somebody from Saskatchewan, he joined. And he's just a lot of fun.
What was the story afterwards, though? Wasn't it Pat Ryan called Eugene Ritzik afterwards and said he should have won that game? Like they...
He said that on the show.
Yeah.
He said that on the thing.
After watching the game, he goes, "Wow, it's amazing."
Yeah. Pat decided that he should have won in '85 and should not have won in '88.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And he should have won in '85.
Yeah.
Well, except for that one shot.
Well, yeah, to go to an extra end.
Well, and the extra end was a steal, and he hadn't given up a steal the entire Brier.
Yeah.
Yeah, the entire Brier hadn't given up a
That's
steal.
how ridiculous that is, even too. That they get
The whole game,
stand.
every single part of that game was ridiculous.
It was.
And they should have won that game, and that's all Pat said. Like we were good enough that we shouldn't have lost that, but we definitely shouldn't have won '88. Like that, they got so many breaks and so many tough shots.
Yeah,
so many tough shots. But it was fun to watch it, and we've watched so many different games now.
Mm-hmm.
It's been it's rekindled my joy for the game. Like this, it's a really fun game, and I love this game. I love the shot calling of this game, and just the playing of this game, and this Zoom party has just rekindled it.
Yeah,
That's so beautiful, man.
I know, right? It brings a tear to your eye a little bit.
Yeah, no, it has. I mean, now sometimes I'll just sit and watch a curling game again, and just for the joy of it, like really. And I can't wait for Saturday nights. And this has been really fun. It's helped just the isolation of the pandemic. This has really helped it. So just the chance to chat with people, old friends, new friends, and just watch curling. It's been really fun.
All right. Me trying to invite somebody, just reset the game. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Can't do more than three things at once, Jerry.
I've got 3 screens in front of me. My phone is a 4th. This mic coming out of the wall. The 2 monitors hooked up. Yeah, all kinds of good stuff. Here we go.
So we just had a hogged. We just had a hogged rock.
Hogged rock. Oh.
Wow.
So good.
Just trying to cap. They were just
here taking on Riley Fenson. I know we haven't said much about the game yet here. This is a C-Qualifier here at the Goldline U.S. Open Contender. Last chance.
Yeah, Brundidge was just trying to. Brundidge was just trying to throw guard on this yellow tap and cracked it, and hogged it, and I would still come around this and not tap it. So if you have a chance to come around a rock and not tap a rock, come around that rock if you can. Mm-hmm. Tapping just brings in another element that you're not in control of.
Yeah, this is a good spot here. And you kind of just tucked a quarter around that yellow stone.
Quarter around your gold, because it's not. You don't have to sit completely shot here. You just have to hit quarter around, bite the top 4. Maybe not, because then they might have a
The
slash.
hit on it would
for one,
jam.
yeah.
They'd have. It's really hard to get to the inside of that tight rock.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you quarter tuck it, you're gold.
Okay, but now let's talk about the drag effect, possibly with the 2 reds in front.
The 2 in the front.
How close are they together?
They're like.
I think yeah, before I do that, if it came down to it, I'd play this. I'd play this out turn tap. Yeah, I'd just play this out turn tap on the outside one. But the problem with that is that you open up the draw, right? So
Right. Yeah.
Fenson has hammer. So now you're just trying to, like, how do you get in? How do you get it in and force a 1? So you don't necessarily have to sit shot to force a 1. You just, if your second shot, you can still force a tough shot.
Could you make a double on those 2 yellows and spin in?
I think you can, actually. I think if you hit the outside one first, you might be able to.
I think you have
You
to
might
hit
actually
the
be
inside.
able
I
to
think you have
kinda
to hit
come
the
in.
inside one first.
No, because it
You have
goes
to
the
hit
other
to
way,
get
Craig.
shot rock. No, it doesn't.
No.
If you have,
Yeah. Okay. I think it goes like if you hit the outside one first, then the shooter has a chance of going inside. If you hit the inside one
the
first, it
yellows?
goes outside.
I
Yeah.
don't think you can hit it so that you redirect all the way into the other yellow there.
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
So now you're just trying to stay somewhere in there. So you got to hit it so you stay back 4.
Yeah. I just
And
think
maybe
if
you
you're
skirt
coming in on the one just
I
off
don't
center, if you
mind
play
this,
the insert,
right? Like I don't mind
you're
this
gonna
tap
catch the
because you're
back of that.
you're tapping to a lot of things. The problem with this tap, you make it good, your shooter rolls away, you leave a draw, you leave a shot. You make it, even if you tap it straight back, you could set up a force.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of ways to miss a shot and
Yeah,
still make it.
Yeah.
Really going hard on it.
Looks heavy.
Yes. Yeah, he's real
He's
narrow.
back at the back rock, so he's definitely heavy.
Yep.
Anytime you see the third go to the back rock like that, you know that he's heavy.
Yeah.
Tap for 2.
And Matt, could you do me a favor and paste the invite link to this room in my messenger?
Yeah.
There's no.
I can't figure out how to do it without disrupting everything I'm doing here right now.
There's not a shot here for more than 2, is there?
No, probably
You
not.
could hammer if you ran yellow back onto red in the back and got rid of red, there's 3 there.
Right.
And maybe
I don't know. I just can't. Yeah. I don't know. The red
low
goes
risk,
anywhere.
if he threw peel at this broom right now.
Yeah. If you whacked it into those back,
Yeah.
and if you
You might
nut
get
it,
3.
you get 2. And if
Yeah,
you hit
might
it
pop
half a
3.
rock,
No, if you nut it,
you might get
4.
You might 3 anyway.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
3 for sure. Whoa.
Well, or you do that.
That is a miss.
Oh, that is a miss.
Yeah, that is a
Yeah,
miss.
that's a 0.
Wow.
Wow.
Shoot.
You know what?
That's
Just
right.
I
threw
guess
a
you
little
could have
too
come
much weight.
through there.
Let's see that.
Yeah.
If he's
Just
back
through
8.
it.
Yeah, if
Yep.
he's back 8, it curls enough. He taps it
Right.
into the 12 or the 8, and it's good.
Yeah, well, that's just
Yeah.
unfortunate. It's maybe a little nerve. Just a little. You're amped up a little bit. You wanted to. You didn't want to throw it late, and you just.
He knows the Zoom party's commentating, probably.
Right?
That's right. Exactly. Yes. Because we don't miss shots from back here. Yeah.
Never miss a shot from behind
Never
the glass.
miss a shot. Never ever.
Exactly.
Make them all.
So it looks like Team Tuma's off to a roaring start over there on sheet F.
What's
6.
going
Is
on
that
there?
a 6?
Oh my! What?
6,
Oh,
I
what?
What?
Tuma's
Gary,
pretty
did
good.
you fix that from last game?
Denny
From
wants
last
to watch that team.
No, I don't think that's all fixed. That's not reset. Or Tuma.
Oh no, it's 8. Oh, I was
Maybe it
looking
is.
at CD. He was his 8.
Oh, in the
nothing.
first
there
end.
it is. Oh my
it's
gosh.
actually 7 now when the
6.
game's over.
Oh my gosh, 7.
In the 4th,
7.
after 4 ends.
Wow.
Remember, end number doesn't work on there.
Right, set 4
Right.
and 7 nothing after 4. Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
So Tuma into the playoffs. They were the
There you
national
go.
junior runner-up last year. So.
All right, Tuma.
Busting out of the gates.
Yep.
Yeah, and they're a team that's outside the HP program too.
Really?
They
Yes,
just
they are.
came up through the program. There's only so many athletes you can select, and they were a team that did it on their own and went and
Good for them.
yeah.
Something, yeah. Wasn't there another team that did that in the States? There's another team like that. They did okay too, didn't they? Who was that?
Scott Dunham's team is one. They played pretty well last year. They come up to Ontario and they play a fair bit up there
Didn't the guy that won a gold medal do it himself too?
for
No.
a year. For a year.
For a year, yeah.
Yeah, 1 year.
Well, they got told the story in 2014 is after the Olympics that year. They finished they essentially finished last for the 2nd Olympics in a row, and there were some things that they weren't. Speaking of not doing, let's switch the camera here.
Oop.
There we go. They just weren't doing the things that other teams were doing.
Right.
Fitness was one of the problems.
Yeah.
There was just in general things that were a challenge. But so they were left off the
Image.
program, and when they made a change, and in that year they were like, okay, we're gonna go do it ourselves.
Yeah.
We can do it.
So,
We're good
Jerry, the camera didn't switch on our view.
No, I
Oh,
just
there
did.
it is.
There it is.
enough. Yeah,
Never
it's
mind.
it's a delay.
Jerry,
Yeah,
can you do
Carl-
scoreboard?
You're
Carl
30,
Canada
we're
has to
30
learn.
seconds behind. That's right.
Sorry, say that again. That question.
Can you change the score
I sure can.
and the hammer?
Jerry can do everything.
Got it all.
It was a single point for Fenson, correct?
Thanks, Jerry. You're the best.
Thank you.
Makes a
So
bit
yeah,
of a
the
stick
Schuster
there.
story. They went out and did the grind themselves.
Yeah.
I'm actually proud to say Curling Zone was one of their main sponsors,
Yeah, awesome. Good. That's awesome.
and it was they didn't get a lot of money. It was enough to help sponsor one of their trips to Ontario to come play in one of the Stu Sells events.
Yeah, super.
It's something to see a team like that go out and double down and put in the grind and.
Well,
And
we've
so they
talked
got
about
back. They won the points chase that year, and then in that off season they committed. Like there's words out there from Matt Hamilton, from Sarah Schuster, saying they wouldn't be there without the HP program now. But it was definitely one of those sort of stories, right, where they just were not good enough, and they put the work in and battled their way to the top.
Yeah, they wanted to be, and they put in the time and the effort, and they ended up with gold medal. Again, we've talked about it a few times in the Zoom party that we really hope they do a movie about that. That is a Cinderella story. That is beautiful. It's awesome.
Like, I have a really hard time with the debate around the HP program, and this is what it really is about, right? Like, it's the fact that, it's whether the HP program is going to take credit for what Schuster did or what he didn't do or any of that stuff around this. And it's something that it's a really challenging situation. And when you look at where USA Curling was before Derek Brown took over and implemented what ended up being the program, the United States was irrelevant at the elite level in the sport in a lot of ways, especially
absolutely.
in the men's field.
It was. Yeah.
Like Todd Burr won the bronze medal in 2007, and it was darkness after that.
I don't even remember that. I don't even remember him. I think Fenson was the last. The last one I remember is Fenson. That was Peter, right? This guy. It was his father, isn't it?
Pete Fenson. That'll be. I believe that is Riley's dad.
Yeah, that was I think that's the last U.S. curler I remember until.
Like Pete was the dominant curler, and he'd rank in the 20 to 25 range in the world.
Yeah.
Like that 2010 Olympic run was sort of the end of the U.S. being guaranteed a spot in the Grand Slams.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And so there was a lot of challenges around trying to merge the club culture of curling,
Hmm.
the friendship, the relationship stuff with coach driven sport,
Yeah.
right? And the USA had kind of fallen behind in that in the rest of the world, where you saw what a lot of other countries were doing, and it was a much more professional system.
Hmm.
Now, you can always debate whether that's good or bad for curling, right?
Well,
Whether the
yeah.
romantic system of the sport is whether we are in the right place or not, and I even think about that myself. But the challenge is this is the reality of where we are, and if we
Sure.
want to grow the sport in the United States has to be in the
Ooh,
World
just got by.
Championships.
Yeah.
They have to
Right.
be in the Olympics,
Yeah.
Oh, that over.
and the teams were falling behind.
Yeah. No, you're right. You had to get rid of that Clement and go a little more business. And you're right. And we Jane and I have talked about it a lot. We bemoan the fact that we don't play in a curling club. We play in a warehouse with rocks, which again isn't.
It's amazing.
Well, I do, not Jane. I do, but it doesn't have that curling club feel. But again, I think back to the point that at least we've been lucky enough to have it, and we can try and share some of that culture down here. But you're right. We need to build the sport so it's going to grow differently than it did in Canada, and have to let that part
and
go.
it's this is a challenge, right? Like you have
It
to
sure
be
is, yeah.
successful. Like everybody didn't think winning the gold medal mattered, but the
Right.
difference
mattered.
from
It's
Oh,
huge.
yeah.
Oh, it's
yeah.
massive. Yeah, absolutely.
And so
That's
a
a
lot
really
of
that
these
was a really nice
decisions were
shot. That was a
made.
good shot there.
A lot of these decisions were made, and people were not happy with them, and it's understandable. You're taking the game from one place to another, and sometimes this change is hard.
Mm.
But when you look at what's happened, the growth of the game, the teams that are playing, it was like Chicken Little.
Mm-hmm.
No one's going to play this game anymore,
Yeah.
right? Nobody's going to enter playdowns. Playdowns are going to die. It's going to be 3 or 4 or 5 teams. But this event itself is a testament to that.
Right.
That
Yeah.
it's now rebuilt. We did lose some of those veteran teams.
Yeah.
Those were the teams that would play 2 or 3 events a year, and they'd end up taking a run at nationals.
Sure. Yeah.
Matt Hames was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now,
Yep.
this is not a bad thing, but the problem is those are the teams that are not going to win you anything at the World Championships.
Right. Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's
No.
the reality of how good all the other programs are,
Oh,
and
definitely.
and the mentality of teams at the time was very much about, okay, you know what, I want to win the U.S. Championships. That's my goal. I'm playing this season to win the national championships.
Right.
A lot of U.S. curling culture is sort of based off of the Canadian mentality too. Briar's number one. Worlds
Yeah.
is what we do after we win the most important tournament of our career.
Exactly. It's like, well, already he says, screw it, I'm not going. Yeah. I don't need to go. I've already won it once.
Yeah.
I don't need to go.
But that
story.
sort of evolved a little bit, and unfortunately, it didn't put the United States teams into a world mentality for the sport.
Yeah.
And
Right.
so
Yeah.
this was the driving change that made that happen. It put the point system into much more focus. It started teams focusing on, reaching objectives in the rankings. In order to go to the World Championships, you had to do certain things on the rankings. You had to win the most points on tour. You had to go play the world to go to the World Championships.
Right.
And so now it took the mentality of the athletes from one goal to being best all season. And essentially it built a program from just attitude. And now we see a lot, teams doing this on their own, and that's, it's great to see a young team like Tuma go out and perform, and you know what, even better, into the playoffs. So yeah, a lot of fun to see that development outside of the program at the same time, and that's something that you want to see happen organically, because when teams are developing outside
absolutely.
the top, it's going to continue making that top even better and better. So. It's all one team, and that's what we need to celebrate more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well said, Jerry. You're right. Absolutely right.
Very good.
So back to the game.
Yeah. Third's last.
This is an interesting matchup here.
Yeah.
Brundidge's team is sort of one of those teams who's put in some work and done the grind and showed some good results at nationals. I know they've been up to Canada a number of times playing in Manitoba and I believe Saskatchewan some. Made the quarters.
Well, this is it.
DeKalb.
This is it. This like what they're debating right now here is the weight. Like they definitely have to make a play on that rock that's buried there. So the question is, do you freeze on or do you throw? Like, do you try to just jiggle a little bit? And based on this ice, it looks like they're going to try to jiggle a little bit. So they're going to try to throw like a back 12-ish kind of weight just to maybe back 8. It's not draw weight. They're not playing the freeze. They're trying to tap it a bit.
You definitely got to bounce this to unlock
Yeah.
the back one.
Well, and that's what they were talking about. Where should the rock end up? But if you can bounce this just a little bit, it could set up for a bigger end. Sweeping it to curl.
Trying to. Oh, gonna get a piece. Yeah, he's got a.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it. Sweeping it for weight too.
Wow,
That's not
really light.
Yeah. Now that it hurts a little bit, but the good news is they have to throw. Like sometimes that's actually the good news. Like if you don't throw right now, right? If you don't throw right now, there's like you're in trouble. But if you throw and you bounce off or you try to even if you throw center guard will kill you here because they can run that in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like where he has broom right now, where he has his broom is like he doesn't want to be there. Clearly, like he's saying, let's not be there.
So you just throw a guard on this?
Yeah. Like if you put it right where he has his broom, I don't really love the guard. Maybe.
I think the guard's the right. Well, I don't know if it's the right call. I think there seems to be something that should be better, but I just can't see what it is. Like I almost thought about hitting the top red one.
Sorry, no. You don't throw a guard here. You're throwing red right now. Never mind.
No.
Who's throwing? Yeah.
No, you're yellow.
You're
Yellow's throwing.
not red. Yeah,
Yellow's throwing
yellow right now.
Yellow's throwing right
You know
now.
what? We've got the rock colors backwards. I believe. Or maybe
Oh.
not.
No, I don't think so.
Yellow is throwing. But
yellow's
so if you throw high guard, you give him something to come around. You throw tight guard, it gives him something to run in.
Mm-hmm.
I like hitting the red one. I don't like a guard here at all.
No, I don't either. I think I agree. Yeah.
And that's what they're
guard's
playing.
just-
Red rock in his hand. That's what happened there.
He's playing the guard.
Wow. Yeah, I know. That's just helps your opponent,
It's
right?
not,
So what?
yeah, it's not a horrible shot though.
No,
No,
because
but what
they
do
gotta
you-
Enough, he
make it.
can run it straight in.
Yeah, and if it's high enough, they come around it.
well, if he comes, well, okay, let's just see how it plays out.
Now they did sort of indicate in the house a little bit too, and maybe this just came up a little
Yeah.
short.
No, because they didn't sweep it. They
Didn't
didn't.
sweep it at all.
That's a really
That's
good.
That's
a
pretty.
decent
That's
spot.
it. That came up at a really nice spot. Yeah, it's a good control
Except you
spot
could
right there.
Couldn't you angle red in there with a little bit of weight?
Yeah, like just run the red guard in. You mean?
Yeah. No.
Or
the
no,
top 12
no,
stone.
no, the top 12 song.
Yeah, essentially a guard.
Maybe,
Half stone.
maybe.
Try and stick it.
You think you can see half a stone? It looks pretty buried to me.
No. I want to hit
Well,
half the stone. The
You
guy's
want to
standing
sit. You want
way
to
up.
sit half the red. with
Oh, the half the stone on the outside one. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not a bad idea.
You could throw it.
get the back and roll in behind.
I'm also thinking about
They're
the
like three
running.
right now.
the-
Mm.
I'm also thinking about running the yellow in, yellow
Yellow,
into
red.
red.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
yellow, red into that pocket too. The same kind of concept.
I wonder if you just push it into the forfeit of some sort, maybe. Hopefully it
I
comes down
don't
to
like
one.
the tap.
But if
I
you
don't love the tap
with the
here.
tap though, you still leaves your shooter because you might need it.
Yeah.
This isn't last rock, is it? No.
No.
No, there's
Two more to come. So he's playing the tap here, which, yeah, it's an all or nothing. Like
You gotta
Jerry
make
shot.
this-
Like
this
if you
is a
play
real-
Jerry shot where you whack it, they probably throw a guard or try to replace that, and then you're at least left with a draw.
You might stick it.
But
and
if you
say
make your shot, yeah, right. If you
Good
make your
chance you
shot,
rattle
you're
both.
yeah. Like if you play Jerry shot, they have to take away that out turn draw. And they either come around or they throw a guard, and then you're drawing for one. So that's the other good part about your shot, Jerry, because they probably err on the side of guard in that come around. Like if you got rid of that red guard or red rock that's top 12 foot because you miss your shot, they're still erring on the side of guard.
Stop.
Yeah, you see, there's your. Yeah, it's all right.
Straight
It's
runner
a
now
little
is
deep.
gold.
Yeah, just it. Yeah, straight run back. So
Yeah, now that
they're getting the danger of that run back, right? It's all or nothing.
Fire that with weight in there. You know your line. Rattle some
no,
yellow.
it's just
I think they're still sitting 2.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That run back didn't do, or that tap didn't do you much good.
Well,
Yellow.
it
you're
did
sitting
because
two, you really
because
don't wanna
actually
leave that.
they're gonna it.
They got it
Well,
again.
now they think they're good.
You
They think
gotta
they're
get
good,
this-
so they're gonna throw
yeah.
a guard.
Either that or
Then
would
you're gonna leave the red
nose.
run in for a gaggle.
You should
Yeah,
hit
I
the
see. Yeah.
yellow, or
Yeah.
you should hit the red on the nose.
Hit the red and then, or hit
I
red.
would hit the red on the nose.
Yeah,
How do you
red,
score?
exactly. Yeah.
Like how do
The
if
worst
you're
stone
if
for
you're
them right now.
if you're yellow, like they're guarding it instead of hitting it.
Just hit it on
Yeah.
the nose.
Like they're
Yeah,
guarding
yeah.
this. They're guarding this raise. Hit
I
that
don't
red on the
understand. Hit it.
nose, and there's you don't like if you're
You'd
the
have
only way to score
really
for
bad
red.
to screw it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the only way to score for red is the yellow,
Just
red,
running
yellow,
in.
yellow
Yeah,
double.
Yeah. And you want,
For
you want to,
maybe,
yeah, you want,
for maybe it's there for 2.
yeah, this,
okay.
It's also
but
there for 2, even if you throw this guard though.
Matt, you would play the yellow-red double instead of just playing the tap.
No, I'm there. I'm assuming they make this guard.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Yeah. I'd probably play the intern at this guard or
button.
clockwise, Jane.
Yeah, but they've been playing out turns all
Yeah.
ends, right?
I know, but you just take it in like it's so easy to over curl this early.
Well, is it just
Like,
and like,
take edge of the button, right? And the rock, if the rock ends up guarding that back yellow one, and it's like 3 feet over the hog line, takes it away. Right? So you have so much more options to miss it on the intern side than the outturn side. Like the outturn side, you got to get it out there early on fresh ice there's going to be more pebble out there. So it's going to be like you're going to start sliding out and it's going to feel heavier on you when you let it go on the rock. It's a harder shot to play in the second end. Whereas the intern, take edge of the button, throw it intern clockwise, and sweep it to curl or don't sweep it to curl. Like it's such an easier shot. Like there's so much more error.
But they haven't played down there yet, Jerry or Matt. That's my thought.
Well, they got to. I mean, they did. Yellow
Did
played
they?
shots, and it's like not that exact spot, right? So they hadn't played as far out as they went either, right? So, and there's less pebble on that center line because people slide up it.
No, I know. I still think it.
I just think it's an easier shot, and it has more. It has more opportunity for a miss, whereas that wide out turn is just a tougher shot.
Which turned out to be a miss, anyways.
Yeah, turned out to be a mistake. He's not. He's playing. He's playing it with weight, right?
Yeah.
Can't tell. Oh,
He's-
On that.
Ooh, is it good?
Ah,
Almost.
close.
It's crazy because that's exactly where he had to hit it. And if he throws Peel, he gets like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Like if he hits, hits it exactly on that rock with Peel, he gets more, like way more.
Yeah, I wonder why his weight selection
it's
was
actually,
so low.
and in theory, it's actually easier to hit that amount of a rock with Peel than it is with draw.
Hmm.
So like the shot he just actually barely missed would have been easier with Peel.
I wonder why he chose to go that
Well, he
way.
was just tapping for one. He was tapping for one
he's
instead of
playing-
trying
he
to
wasn't-
whack it in for
Get a bunch.
like.
It wasn't playing a little cute, trying to tick off both. like,
No,
just
no.
nudge
He
those
was
fields.
he wanted it to
straight
just.
tap.
It was just a
Yeah.
straight tap for one. So halfway center or a tight center.
Throw it
I
through.
would-
Seal it too, right?
Seal 2, go at him, man.
So close.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah,
real
you
tight.
go at him. You know what?
Tight-
Center guard, 5 rock
tight
rule.
center.
Guard, let's go.
Tight
Yeah.
center. Let them come around it. They're gonna throw corner guard because they're all aggravated. Right now,
Yeah,
they're
they
all aggravated on the other team. So they're gonna like walk up and slam down the corner guard. They're throwing a corner guard no matter where you put this rock.
For sure.
And who's
I
going to
will
bet
let
that
you
the
know
corner
this
guard
went
doesn't
the
come into
rings.
play? Come on.
This was not a guard. This was a draw in. Sorry, I forgot
was
to flip the switch.
No,
It's all right. So they called it in.
really?
Not a guard?
That's too bad.
It seems like it. It wasn't a panic.
Yeah.
I didn't see
Yeah.
what happened. But... Yeah, corner guard goes up.
Yeah,
They'll probably throw another one in.
Corner guard was going to go up no matter what you played.
yeah, that's right.
What
yeah.
you played,
You're
the
better
corner
off
guard
with
was
your
going to go
guard
up.
in. Yeah.
And he can tell he's aggravated from where he's standing too.
Mhm.
I don't think he should ever stand there. Show his
Little
I
posture
would,
like
be,
that.
line.
I would be aggravated too after missing both your shots by what, half an inch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. No, the whole
As
team
the
is
result
aggravated.
of where the stone went, not on the stone you hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah. But that's the way it goes some days.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. I
He's
get
going in
over
again.
it very easily.
He
I
called
take
that
those
top
things.
four.
I take those things very well. Ask Jane. I deal with that. I deal with it
Oh yeah,
easy. No problem.
really
Duck,
well.
hot water, duck, no problem.
He's very good at controlling his emotions.
We've seen that actually. I've also curled with you, Craig.
So another backstory to the curling Zoom party is there's a connection between a lot of the people who were regulars here, and that's what makes the evenings extra special sometimes.
Someone just
Yeah.
sent me a message saying how our commentary is way far off the video and how they just do the corner guard now.
Oh no!
Ah,
Oh well. All right. Well, good.
Spoiler!
All right. Spoilers.
spoiler alert.
Okay. So
Spoiler.
they did.
Spoiler
All
alert!
right. All
There's a
right.
corner guard.
We are
Corner guards,
commentating in the
yeah.
future right now.
We're
Bye.
predicting.
Who's further
Buy
ahead? 'Cause
Apple
I can
stock.
pause one
Buy
part
Apple
of it.
stock.
Somebody run a
The
clock
video. The video
and
is
let
not
us know
ahead.
how far we are off and which is off what. And
Oh,
I'll see
no.
if I can put a pause on it and see if we can catch up.
Well, sounds like we're ahead of it by like 45 seconds.
Well, I need an
We're ahead of it by about
stopwatch
45
time.
seconds.
Jesus,
So
time.
we are
We can say
commentating in the
Good
future.
Lord. Yeah, but we
Right
there are
now,
all these
you're
curlers on
watching-
here. Somebody has a stopwatch for crying out loud.
Because I can pause the actual stream.
Can somebody split time this for us,
Jeez.
We
please?
need a
Will you
split
please,
time.
for
We need a
Christ's
split
sake.
time.
No, I think the best part is that what you're watching right now is a draw and we're watching a hit. And you don't
Right.
even know what we're talking about.
Right, we don't. Oh, and that was a really nice, very nice. Yeah.
Ah, that was all right.
No, it's all
I mean,
right.
they're down.
All right.
They're
I
down
thought-
three.
I-
Like
you should-
at a
you should've
certain
got
point.
that. Oh, they're down 3. That was it. Well, why are you throwing a hit then? You should be drawing.
You know what? I love this if I'm Brundidge, though.
Yeah, no, I do too. Like it's a good scenario.
Corner
Like
guard.
you've
Yeah,
got your
sure.
corner guard, you've got a rock in the back there. I still would have probably played that with a bit more control weight, but
Mhm.
you know what?
You know what?
It's not desperate.
It was an end like this that was a turning point for Dropkin's team this past season.
Hmm.
They were playing the Stu Cells Toronto event, and they were into the quarterfinals playing Kirk Meyer's team, and we did an analytics session with them, talked about a profile of Meyer's team at the time and how it looked, right? You know, what do you plan? What are you going to do if something happens? And they got forced in the first end, and then they scored. They gave up 3 in the second. And
Yeah.
Dropkin's team went out A side, I believe, so they were cruising and feeling good. So it felt a little disappointing that they fell this way. But they played an end exactly like this, wide open. There was a single corner guard up. They were patient. They kind of played around it. They got the roll under. They got a mistake, and they scored a cheap deuce to tie the game. No risk.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So now he's entering risk right here, right? Like this is instead of using his corner guard, like trying to play hit and roll or even nosing that and being patient, he's like, okay, our corner guard is gone now, in his opinion.
Yeah.
And they're freezing to the back one, which is, it's not really insanely risky. I don't mean that, but it does have a tolerance of missing. Like there's a perfect shot outside of a perfect shot here, and you're just bringing in like real potential to, yeah, there's real potential to make this end go badly with that call. It's again, like, you know, you're way behind us, so he played an out turn anyway. If you play a nose hit on that top yellow, you still have your corner guard. Coming around here, there's so much potential for risk by playing the shot that he played. And if you miss like this,
what happened here was a bad miss.
you're kind of
Now
dead.
it's a disaster.
Yeah, it's a disaster. Whereas a nose hit on the other one, if you miss it, he rips the corner. Like maybe he rips the corner. He probably does rip the corner. But if you just play control weight, nose hit.
Yeah, if you ever just hit and rolled underneath with like even hack weight there, I love
Yeah.
that. You might roll in, you'd be
You might roll in, you might, yeah, and your third shot, right? Like you could be third shot, and you just have a easier chance at a deuce. Now you're just in, like you're in.
Yeah.
they're not throwing a center guard on you. So your middle's going to be open. They're going to have to.
Yeah,
play
your
at
middle's
you
going to be open.
somehow.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of people in the Zoom stack.
Who do we got in there?
Yeah. Oh.
Lon, welcome. Unmute that thing and get in here, Lon. Let's go.
Mhm.
I want to welcome Lon Pepper to the room. Cedar Rapids,
Nice.
Iowa.
Hey, Lon.
Yeah, I'm
Hi,
trying
Lon.
to mute him because I'm not sure he knows what he's doing. There he is.
Jerry,
Welcome. Come on in and join the conversation. Just remember that
Join the
you're
party.
live.
Right.
I just gave Connor Kaufman the link, so maybe he'll hop on soon.
Okay.
Nice. It'd be great to have those guys in and say hello.
And this is the same link that we use every week. So should you ever be bored on a Saturday night,
I'll
come
hop
on.
Yeah, that's
Search for it on
the,
Facebook and stuff. I don't think we've publicly shared the link. Anybody who's asked,
Well,
I've shared it with.
to
but-
be
be a bad
clear,
idea.
Jerry, to be clear, we did way back and we got
Right.
Zoom bombed.
It
So
was
we never
really
do
bad.
that anymore. It was really bad.
But if you're looking for the link, go to the Curling Legends podcast. Kevin
Mhm.
Palmer does that podcast. It's amazing, telling the stories of all the old legends of the game.
Yeah.
Or the Curling Guy.
Curling guy.
That's
He
George Carey's, right, Matt?
Yeah.
Or do you have?
Yeah,
two?
that's George.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah,
George
has been
George
gracious
texts
to share
me
this.
every week and says, "What are you guys watching this week?" And so then I tell him, and then he posts it, and he posts the link. And
Has Georgie been in here yet, or what?
George has been
Yeah.
in here a couple of
Both
times.
times, yeah.
I have not been when
We watched his game. Well,
He
watch
came
the
to
silver
watch his
medal
own
game.
game, his game
came
when
to
they
watch
won
his
the
own game.
Olympic trials.
Yeah.
And did we watch the silver medal game too? Or no? No, we don't.
No.
I thought, no?
No, we've never watched that one.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't watch that game.
The game, oh, that game made me cry. That's the only
I
game
know.
that ever made me cry. Even any of my games, I didn't cry, but that one I did.
Hugged it.
Oh, Colin
Yeah,
made me
he
cry.
hugged
uh,
So what do we got going on here, Matt?
Well,
Intern hit it just off the nose.
it looks
Yeah,
like
it
just,
looks
just
like,
an easy double.
Kick it under the corner.
I guess, yeah. Again, like he's just.
Ooh, just missed.
It's not a bad result, not the worst result.
Like, you can do it again and put your shoe
Again, why are you throwing that shot when
with that kind of
Yeah, it's not
That was
bad. It may be a
bad.
bit less weight. The shot isn't bad. It's a bit less weight probably.
well if anything
keeps the
at least
corner
get
in play for
roll
you.
under. But
Yeah,
ball's
the
got a little more
corner
of
the
a
corner
roll
is
in.
still in play. Right now
Sure it
the
is.
corner guard is still in play.
Sure it is. All I'm saying, if you get a little roll on, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you're only on Vice's. You're only on.
Get you an update on rocks there, Matt.
No, this is Vice's second. This is Vice's. Who's hammer here? Like
Last of the
yeah,
Vice
Brundidge
stones.
has hammer obviously.
What
So
is
this is
happening?
Vice's
5
second.
to go. 5 to go.
Yeah.
All right, 5 to go. All right, just less than.
Well, he was always going to play this. He was always going to play this red. I mean, he was always going to play this shot, and you couldn't guard the
Guard
red
changed.
tap. Yeah.
That guard changed nothing.
No, it changed nothing because like he was always going to play this shot, and if you guarded this red, then he could just pick out the other one, and you were guarding a shot rock. So the guard was a really like the guard didn't really help you here.
And boom.
Well, didn't hurt you then. It turns out.
Perfect.
No.
And
wasn't it?
sometimes it's execution, right? You can write it all on paper. Like right now, they want to, like they're dying to play this red run in. Like they're dying to play this
hard.
red
Yeah.
in because they
Sure.
could actually maybe even roll on.
They could roll
So,
on. They
Everybody
could,
listening at home, we do know this is September curling. This is just
Yeah, it's
analysis
September
of-
curling and it's
you know,
bad
you know,
rocks.
yeah.
It's bad rocks.
Yeah.
I know.
Lots
I
of
can't
rust
make
out
a shot.
here, lots
I
of
can't make a
releases and
shot
stuff.
in September either, especially an intern.
So it's not a specific critique of these teams. It's just a
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
conversation of the game. Yeah.
My God, I don't think I've made a curling shot in September.
what was the
Because it
early
was-
spot field, Matt, that you used to play in? What was
the red. Yeah.
I mean, we always played in the shorty, so the shorty was in September.
Shorty was early, but
And-
wasn't Weston before that? Wasn't Weston end of September?
Yeah, like the shorty was mid
Sure,
September.
September, yeah.
And-
Second weekend after Labor Day or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I thought, yeah, it was
Yeah.
almost third week of September, yeah.
I mean, shorty. The gold part about shorty is that you could golf for free as well, so you could just go out and play the golf
Really
course.
good
Has
spot.
continued.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that is it's a gorgeous golf course.
Mm.
If you
Fun fact,
really
if you come curl in Arizona, you can also golf, but
Yeah.
right,
free.
All the time.
You can
I will
just
come
go-
and
Not for free?
not for free, but you can golf pretty much whenever you want.
yeah. No, I know. Yeah. You live in the desert.
Yes.
So yeah, no, I'm gonna come. if we open up curling again, I'm coming in. I'm coming in curling.
All right, come
Yeah,
on down.
good.
We got to throw a team together for the wrench, Maddie.
Oh, you should.
Zoom. Yeah, the
There you go.
Zoom team.
Zoom
The
curling
Zoom
team
team.
for the wrench.
There you go.
Jerry, Mike, Craig, and Kevin and Matt, and you guys can just like
Kevin
rotate.
can't curl. He has absolutely said a bunch of times his knees are gone. He can't curl. He
All right,
coach.
well then he's not invited. Just the
Yeah.
rest of
Coach. We need our
Yeah.
analytics guy.
Hey,
to join
coach,
us.
sure. Of
No,
course,
look,
absolutely.
trust me, I've curled with Kevin for 3-4 years. You don't want Kevin on your team.
Okay.
No.
No,
Yeah, it's okay. Listen, I'll coach.
no, I told you.
Clint,
No,
Clint played.
our team is Eugene, Jerry, me, and Mike.
I like it.
I don't care who, like Eugene skips, obviously, but
Only
then after that, I don't care.
Only if Eugene wears his 88 Briar sweater.
Exactly. Yeah, I think he would be in. I think he would absolutely
We
be
do
in.
have Connor Kaufman in the house. I want to say hello to those guys. We should welcome them.
Hello.
Hey,
Congrats on the
everyone.
playoffs,
Hi.
you guys.
Yeah, thank you. We're excited for tomorrow. We should probably go to bed here at some point, but for now, watch a little bit more curling for the day.
Nice. Do you know who you line up against yet?
Tuma.
Tuma. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So tell us a little bit about your team. We were kind of flying in the dark a little bit. Don't have a whole lot of research on the ground, so let us know a little bit about yourselves.
So last year the team was me, Jake, and Nick, and then Coleman, who's playing with Team Casper this year.
Yeah.
And Coleman got on HP, so we picked Aiden up. He came, pretty highly recommended by a bunch of different people.
Yeah.
And so that's how
I
the
can see
team got
why.
together for this year.
Yeah, he's playing real well out there, and you guys look good. I love the game you're calling. You guys are nice and aggressive. You're putting pressure on your opponents, and it's a lot of fun to see that kind of game too. It's entertaining from a fan's perspective.
Yeah, we like to keep it close too. But
Yeah,
no, it's really fun to be back on the ice finally.
Yeah.
for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's a good shot.
So what do you think on the ice here? What do we got going on?
The game we're watching right now,
Oh yeah.
I think that was a really nice shot that Riley just made
That
to
was.
I agree.
basically force one.
Yeah,
I mean, they have no shot for two.
yeah. That's a key shot right there.
Yeah, do we know why this game, my voice. Do we know why this game got started so late?
The previous game,
Oh,
Brundidge
dang, all
came
right.
off the ice. They beat Wendling in the last draw.
Gotcha, okay.
So yeah, they had 15-minute break, I think, and then they got going.
Yeah, because we turned it on and we're like, does that say the first end? It's like 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly when we started.
Yeah.
It's not an easy draw to make. I mean, he has backing, but
The nice thing is he just threw it though too.
that's true.
What other events are there to play in this year, you guys?
Honestly, right now, not a lot.
Yeah.
We're kind of looking to see.
Cedar,
Yeah, steal
It's
over.
it's a little steel. Yeah.
Yeah, keep going, guys. Great to have
Yeah,
you.
after this event, honestly, I don't know what we have because World Junior B's got canceled, so there's no qualifier for that anymore.
Yep.
So I honestly have no clue.
Yeah, we're not 100% sure like how we're gonna get qualified for like Junior Worlds and how they're gonna run that, the guy side of these. So that's kind of up in the air, and yeah, like, everything's really up in the air right now. We don't have anything else scheduled really, except just more practice. And
Yeah.
Did you guys play? Did USA play in the junior men's? Like they're still in the junior men's this year, right?
they are, yes, this year, because instead of they were gonna have 4 teams relegated after last season,
part
or
of
last
that.
Worlds, because they needed
Yeah.
3 normally, and then the 4th one was to give China the spot for the host team.
Yeah.
But now they're just relegating the 10th place teams to give the host team a spot, and then everything else will stay the same.
Yeah. So the U.S. guys got kind of lucky because they got to stay at Worlds and not have to go to Junior Bs. On the women's side, though, they actually relegated last season ago, so they're not going to get a chance to earn their spot back this year. So
Yeah, the women's aren't going to
that's
be
tough for them.
Yeah, that's a difficult spot. It's I know in Canada they canceled the Canadian juniors too. Everything but the Brier and Scotties are pretty much done now.
Yeah, saw that yesterday. That was crazy.
That coming that they're gonna fight like hell to keep those events running.
Yeah.
There's a lot of financial things on the line there. There's a lot of money. There's a lot of TV revenues.
Yeah.
The thing is, Gary, though, what about like the provincial qualification? Like that usually all happens in January.
Is all on the table.
Yeah.
I'd be interested
because the Brier might be able to support itself, but the playoffs. How do you
take
get
the
that?
highest team from last season off the rankings, or you do something unique or creative?
Create a Bonspiel or something. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot. Who knows what you could do, but it's you bring the best teams together with some sort of process, and you make it happen.
You play the Brier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about if World Juniors happens? Who's Canada sending then if they don't have a nationals for it?
It's a good question.
Like
they had a team picked, and it was because this year in Canada it's actually a transition year
to the U20.
Yeah. So what's happening is last season was the last year the Canadian junior champion goes to the Worlds in the same year.
Yeah. Yep.
So what they actually did is the runner-up team was going to get that spot. I think on the women's side it was a full team, maybe not. But on the men's side, I know it was two of the players from Greg Blythe's team who lost the Canadian Championship, a player from Alberta and a player from Manitoba, I think, are the Canadian junior team that is supposed to go to Worlds this year. Because the Canadian Junior Championships are going to be held in like March or April, and then the champion is going to go to the Worlds the following year.
Yeah, the U.S. actually just switched over this year so our nationals used to be January. Now it's March for the next year. So they followed Canada's lead on that.
Yeah, essentially it's going to give you guys a much longer season. Like you're going to be able to play regular tour events around Christmas. Even deep into January,
and it's nice too because it gives the team that wins nationals a year to prepare and get ready to go to Worlds instead of just, hey, you have 3 weeks and now you're on a plane to the middle of Russia like last year,
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's big for the families too. You got a big entourage that wants to follow you to the Worlds, and it's a neat experience.
Fenson trying to throw a center guard there, or are they trying to go in?
Matt?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think they might have been trying to go in.
I mean, they peeled their own guard 2 rocks ago, so I kind of figured they'd go in the ring.
I can't imagine that they wanted to throw a center guard there because it just opens up this corner.
Yeah, especially at 4-0.
Yeah.
I was following the conversation, not the game at the time. So.
Yeah, tends to happen.
That's how it always goes on Saturdays.
That's it. Yeah.
Not the worst thing in the world.
Focus back in on it. It's not good. No, it's good.
Oh no,
I
that's
think
impossible.
It was computer.
Yeah.
But I don't think that.
We could talk about Strange Brew for 45 seconds.
But how does that work? Because that would just mean that there'd be dead air for 45 seconds, and we'd still be 30 seconds behind.
And we've had 45 seconds of dead air.
Yeah, I don't know. He's not really. I think
that's a better idea because like us just not talking doesn't.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's like a whole.
You should.
I think so.
don't know.
Weird going.
So I would have ripped both guards there too. I wouldn't have
Yeah.
just taken the one that was in the rings. I would have tried to double off both guards with a turn there.
That's a pretty
Peel
hard double. I mean, the biggest
It's a
thing
half a rock peel.
Jane should get that tattooed.
I
Yeah, We
am.
talked about.
There's your
We're
tattoo
doing
we
it.
talked about earlier.
We're getting it done. Yep. Just getting the guard.
So right now, like
think it
right
was
now, it's still you're still in a scenario. It's a little tougher, but it's a half a rock peel.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing that we're always taught, is yes, peel the guards, but when you can see enough of that shot rock, go after
So
it.
here's
You're not
another way to
always-
think about this. I'm with you, right? But here's another way to think about this. When you start the broom off a rock, you have to hope it curls. Whereas when you throw the outturn peel, you start the broom on the rock, and you know it's gonna like you run the risk of flashing when you start the rock when you put the broom off the rock, which he did, right? To make that shot, you have to put the broom off the rock. So anytime you do that, you run the risk of flashing. Whereas when you put the broom on the rock, you run the risk, or you don't run the risk of flashing. You might jam, but at least you're gonna like hit a rock, right? Like flashing there would have been the worst case scenario. And so you just you think about risk when you're like you're up 4-0, right? So jam is all right. It's the same scenario. Your shooter goes off and you dead jam it, and you didn't lose anything. But if you flash, now all of a sudden you bring an N into play.
Yeah, and that's where your tolerance comes into play. Talking about, hey, if you're gonna miss this, be tight. They're probably gonna throw the double now.
Well, so tolerance, you're right. Tolerance is great, but you can also help the tolerance with broom choices, where if you're on the rock on the broom choice, there's no tolerance, right? So you take tolerance out of the play. And so, yeah, obviously when you start the broom off the rock, the tolerance is don't be wide, but you're not then trying to make the shot. You're making sure you don't miss the shot. Whereas if you put the broom on the rock, you don't worry about tolerance anymore. You just try to throw the shot, especially at 4-0.
Yeah, I'm surprised they actually went after this one now. I probably would have thrown the double here because they're so close to each other. But I mean, I guess if you have Derek McLean on the broom, you're doing okay. So. So Derek is Fenson's coach for this year, and Eli's not here, so he's subbing in for him. Yeah. All right. This has been a lot of fun, but we have a game at 8:30 in the morning. So.
Nice. Go to bed, boys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yep. Thank you very much. Have a great night, everyone.
Bye, Connor.
Bye, Connor.
Thanks very much, guys. It was great. Good luck tomorrow.
Yeah.
Play well.
Nice cats, TJ.
Thanks. I think there's a ghost in my apartment because they keep trying to put a second cat over my shoulder there. The one and only.
Nice. I think so. I think it was just a meta moment.
Meta.
I mean. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So this is what I've been missing. Yeah. I didn't even know it existed until I was watching the Strauss match earlier.
Oh.
Oh yeah. I mean, this has been a fun thing actually.
Welcome. You've been indoctrinated to the curling Zoom call.
I think my dad might be on. I just sent him the link.
I see him. He's on.
I see Patrick. There he is. Yeah.
I'm in the dark.
Oh, you're
Hey, Patrick.
Come to the light, Patrick. Come to the light.
Patrick.
Come to the light. I'm trying.
Hey, Patrick, we heard it. Andy saying she's gonna be back. You going back to the club?
Yeah, I'm going back to the club, of course.
Okay. No, I meant the next draw. I meant.
Oh, yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
I like the Arizona representation happening here right now.
Yes,
Hey,
Yeah.
Totally.
it's awesome.
you
We're
know,
almost the
gotta
majority.
happen.
Maybe. Nice.
Oh, Claire, is Claire on?
Yes,
Yeah,
Claire's
I
on.
put her on too. I gave her the link.
All right. Well, gee, we haven't seen Claire in. Well, I don't. Well, Claire was on the Eugene Ritzik and Ryan game. We were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
The Brian.
Claire's been on with
I'm
us.
pretty sure. That was way back when.
exactly. Curling withdrawals is what Carrie calls it.
He's right. He knows.
And Claire, are you back at ASU?
Yeah.
Yep. You're gonna curl again?
Hey, don't say that. I don't appreciate.
Sorry, Andy. Not to ruin your freshman year of college or anything.
I don't want to get sent home.
No offense, Patrick.
I don't want her to come home.
Yeah, no one wants me to come home anyway, so.
No, that's what it is.
Wait, where's my feed of the game?
Don't you see it? Maybe not.
Yeah, it's pause. There it is.
All I see is you guys.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I
mean, you guys are pretty, but you know.
Switch from a grid to thumbnail video.
He doesn't know what that means.
At the top, or at
Harry,
the top.
help him.
Are you guys ready? I'm on a cell phone. You lucky I do that.
The best part of the Zoom party
had
is
a
when we
can
need
crank
IT
on it.
support.
Go to the top right corner of your screen, and there's probably a menu there that you can.
Yep, I got it.
It's so awesome when there's IT support needed at the Zoom call.
You had to have.
there you go.
had to be
Awesome.
Texting
Yeah.
people on the side.
Yeah.
So he is just gonna. It looks like he's just gonna try to like intern pick this out with control weight.
Oh, maybe.
Sorry, clockwise turn.
Thank you.
Clockwise. Oh,
I told you I can translate it. It's okay. You don't have to.
I
do
know
it.
you can. I know there might be other lefties on the call. I'm left-handed,
Is that
but
a
I curl
metric
right-handed.
Metric.
No, it's a because only an intern. It's only an intern if you're right-handed. If you're left-handed, it's an outturn.
Yeah,
True.
that's right.
Oh, we got the wrong camera. There it is.
That's fine. Oh, we got a little wreck in the car.
Oh, he's on the guard.
Oh yeah,
Here we
it
go.
looked like really tight ice for what.
Did.
There was no need to make it that tight of ice.
I think it's my professional opinion now that there is a run on that 4-foot stripe, and if you
I
get
think
outside
you're probably
of it,
right.
it
Yeah.
runs straight.
Yeah.
And if you get inside it, it
Yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask those guys about it, but I didn't want to mess with them. So
Yeah, you don't want to mess. You don't want to talk about runs in the ice because the.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the commentators always do.
Yeah.
Well, we're watching like not this outturn, the other side coming the other way. Like this outturn really curls, whereas on this side it
it's not.
doesn't curl as much.
That sock is awesome.
But I think you should know that TJ has turned into some kind of turtle or
Is it
something.
a turtle or sock puppet or what is it? I don't know.
I thought it was an alien, but that's just my opinion.
Whatever it is, it's awesome.
I was a draw for two that they only got one.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So I am not watching the game. I'm watching TJ's screen. I gotta admit.
Well, no, and worst case scenario, the worst thing is that he could have taken less ice and hit his own and got his two, but it didn't curl enough.
Shit. All right.
Whereas had he been playing the other like coming the other way with the outturn, that would have definitely curled. Doesn't curl as much there, but coming this way, it curls
The
a
other
lot.
way. Yeah.
You switching it, Jerry? Nice. Oh, you think that
No, I don't.
You think about what
I
you
think
need to
it's
do.
just the person's computer that was left.
Well, yeah. So
You guys
tell
are
all
actually listening to me.
tell all hundreds of people watching to just bear with us. We're just going to pause the
Hundreds.
feed and
Hundreds.
yeah,
You mean
hundreds.
And then
I'm
when
gonna
we
take
come
an
back,
environmental break.
everybody start with the third word of the sentence that they're going to say.
Okay.
That's really complicated.
Good idea.
I have a
Beer. Beer.
I've got a
Beer. Beer. Oh.
I hope so. I guess.
That makes
We're in
sense
the
to me.
Okay. You're
We're in the
fitting fine then. That's good.
We're in the Matrix. Why not?
Let's see.
Sandwich?
Let's just work out the kinks now. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It's only the fifth end. It's fine. We'll figure it out by the end of the game.
How much to go, Michael?
I'm at 33 seconds.
All right.
40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45.
Go.
Go.
5 jars.
We are now back in action.
5 jars of what? Jelly. There's like
Welcome to the future.
And now I am really far ahead in the live game.
raspberry.
I think I failed to analyze this properly.
In the back.
Sounds like you listened to a guy in a chair, Jerry.
So
I'm driving to the future right now.
I just went to the loo. What just happened? Are we good? Or did you break
We'll
it?
see. We're waiting for the word from people watching it on the stream.
Welcome to the future, Matt.
Oh, I'm so nice to be here. It really is. I've always wanted to be in the future.
It's
I'm
2021
excited.
now.
Right.
I don't know.
Oh, jeez. Who's president?
It's still Trump.
We don't talk about that while it's live.
No, I know. I don't want to
Yeah,
talk
sorry.
about that.
Let's not go there. I think Carrie is making sandwiches, and I'd like to have one, please. You could just transport me a sandwich that Carrie's making.
Yeah, they're
God, it is
Quinn's getting snacks.
12:30. You guys are eating snacks. It's awesome.
He's
Andy is
14.
now
He's
making
growing.
home to get a sandwich, and
Only
then
sometimes. Apparently, the cafeteria closed at 7 o'clock, and I came down at 7 o'clock, and it was closed. And I was like, "Well, guess I'm not eating dinner tonight."
The hours are 11 to 7 on the weekends.
Oh, that's too early.
That is too early.
I didn't know
Oh,
that.
look at that.
What are you? Is this night one, Andy?
Well, no, but usually I go down for dinner earlier, but tonight I was watching curling and lost track of time.
And I'm sorry, 7 is not an unreasonable time to eat dinner.
That's what I thought, but apparently not.
I'm trying to listen and catch up. No, I don't like ketchup.
So, center guard, draw the wing, and now we've got come around the center guard, and then it's going to be a fun end.
Yes, it is.
He's gonna nip it.
Yeah, it's not the worst. It's not the worst result. They're still gonna.
It's not the best either.
No, they're gonna rip, but it's made the rip a little tougher.
Yeah.
Oh, he's playing the other turn. He switched turns. Now they're going to cross it.
Try and get all three.
I don't think so.
Nope, it's not crossing it.
No, he could definitely crossed it. Yeah, that's what he mean. That's what I mean. Like he was playing the intern, the righty intern on that instead of the out turn.
Did he play the intern?
Yeah, they played the intern at that.
Yeah.
What do you guys like here? I kind of like coming out, turning around the one on the right hand side.
If you could ever just show a little bit in the center, jam on the yellows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that's what he's playing. Or he's playing down to the yellows. He's standing way back there.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, trying to go around, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like.
I don't think he's around.
No, he is definitely not around. Tough shot out there.
That's not good.
Green light.
Why wouldn't you like the intern around the other guard?
Yeah, the intern around the one on the left.
Yeah.
I like the out turn better, only because I prefer out turns because I can't throw an intern. But I would have I would have conceded the point that if it was someone else was throwing, I would have played the intern too. I don't think one was better. Yeah, I don't think one is better necessarily. It's too early to worry about jams and those kinds of things. Like you just want to get one shot.
Matt's anti-clockwise.
I am anti-clockwise. That is true.
He's
story.
anti-intern is what he is.
Right.
That's your British,
No,
right?
to be clear, I'm anti my intern.
Isn't anti-clockwise the way you say it in England?
I don't know.
Anti versus counter.
Yeah.
That sounds right to me. That sounds right.
Sounds British.
My dad has never said anti-clockwise.
My mom's always
Why would
said
anybody be
counter.
against clockwise?
I know
It's always counter. Yeah.
They don't play bumper weight. They play Jane.
Well, they're Scottish. They're not English.
Oh yeah, maybe Scottish. Yeah, they're a different breed then.
Don't be saying that Scottish people are English.
You're telling me an English person wouldn't call it barrier?
Barrier.
No.
They just can't get around this. Apparently, I'm guessing maybe more ice or a bit more positive release when you let it go, boys. And maybe also weight.
The edges of the sheet have been.
It's about 15 feet short.
Yeah.
We've seen this all day yesterday, all day today. Everybody's coming up light when they go wide.
Yeah,
Okay.
well,
Way light.
It's going to be a little sharper out there, so you got to throw it a bit harder.
Does it get worse in the later draws, Jerry? Do you think?
It just is in general not good.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Arena ice will be faster on the outside, but curling club ice will be slower on the outside, especially when there's nobody else out there. There's nobody else out there, right?
Yeah. Plus, it's like
This is the only
night.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, the wings are going to be a lot heavier when there's nobody else out there.
Yeah.
You know what are awesome? Is maple Oreos. You know what's not awesome? Is maple Oreos and chocolate Oreos together. It's really not awesome. So don't ever do that.
That's good.
That should be.
Jane, here's your intern.
Safety, no, just a safety tip for the internet.
That's the intern I wanted. No, it's
Yeah.
too deep. A little too deep.
Well, it's not bad. It's not bad.
I'm still going to keep trying.
They're still
to make
ripping the
sure,
guard
but
anyway.
It's really not good. That's
Yeah.
all I know.
I
If you
feel
got
like
ripping the guard, you're good.
I feel like we need to have a segment on these Zoom calls called Craig's Thoughts.
No, we don't.
Isn't that what it ends up being like late at night anyway?
That's a bad idea.
It's been all
Unless
night
you just
long.
mute him.
Oof.
I'm good at soft
They might be able to jiggle this and actually get the shooter in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good enough. What? Oh, here it comes.
Gary's just doing some camera work for fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to give us a little bit of change here and there. And
He's
that was the
enhanced.
oof you just heard earlier.
Yeah.
He's enhancing the viewing experience.
Just
That's
a bit.
not what you want out of like the danger of that. That's the danger, right? You could just rip one of the guards because you're up 4-1. So
Yeah.
That's awful.
the danger is crotching it, and now they sink one top 4.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're like, oh, this kind of went badly real quick. Now we have to draw the button against 2. It's funny.
It changes so quick.
Yeah, well, like one would say that the risks of that, the rewards of that jiggle were great, but the risks of that jiggle were this. And so
Yeah.
up 4-1, do you just rip the other guard, and then you always have a shot for 1. Rip one guard.
It's hard to stick that. You have to hit it absolutely the worst spot.
It is hard to stick that, but it's also not obviously not impossible because
It's
it just
obviously
happened, right?
September as well, so
Yeah, it's also September, so keep it more simple.
that plays
And
into
don't
it.
try jiggle shots.
It's coming in.
Balls to the wall. Let's go.
Yeah, I guess.
It's hard to justify not making the double peel there.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you're going to accomplish what you need anyways. Getting 1.
I guess, but if you just hit the outside one again, like if you just instead of trying to play double peel, just peel the outside one, you're always getting 1. Peel the one on the center, you're always getting 1. You open up the back one, they throw a top 4 or something like that, like half buried, then the back one is open and you can just freeze to it. Or if they don't
So
come
how
all the
often
way
do you
around.
think you stuff it? Let's go numbers here. This is where I think about
50%.
Yeah. How often do you stuff that? Like they looked pretty close.
Yeah.
So it looked to me actually, and it's hard to say because I'm not there, but it looked like you had to hit the one not on center line first, the outside one. And so then you're peeling the wrong rock anyway.
Wrong one.
Yeah, but you're also hitting the wrong rock first because that one's not really your problem rock, right? So percentages wise, like you got to hit the wrong rock to make the right rock go away. I don't think that's ever a high percentage shot. Like you can make it, but it's still not a high percentage shot.
Right.
So probably maybe you make it half the time you throw it. Maybe you make it 40% of the time you throw it, but still you're trying to hit the wrong
Okay,
rock.
that might not be enough then.
Yeah.
If that's what you truly think that percentage there is makeable, then yeah, maybe it's not enough.
Well, I just think the problem
Well,
is you're just hitting the wrong rock first to make it. And I think that's the bigger problem. So the risk is just so high in I think maybe if you're Cooey and it's great ice, like you're also at a curling club in September.
Right.
Like
yeah,
if you're
yeah.
if you're like
with mismatched rocks as well.
Yeah, Club Rocks or wherever you are, yeah.
so I think at this scenario, it's just
Okay, let's take it.
yeah. You're running them. You're all of a sudden that shot opens up this possibility. Like you're in a possibility now here where if he can just kind of just a quarter tuck around this and sit top 8 foot, it's almost a guaranteed steal because you don't want to run the risk of playing the intern draw against the 2 because you're okay with giving up 1.
And this is gross.
Yeah, this doesn't look that's not good.
Anywhere short there.
Anywhere short there is, and you're probably getting a steal of 1 for sure. As long as you sit second shot. Like if you can sit 1-2 there, even as long as you're not wide open, if you just a quarter tuck and you're top 8 foot, they probably just hit it because they don't want to run the risk of the intern draw because the intern draw is giving up 2. Yeah. They were dying to just hit this. And so you almost guarantee a steal of 2 if you can just get by that guard. Top 8
Are we thinking double
steal of
security?
1.
Just you guys.
It might be. Yeah, I might jam.
I think it
might be.
It has to hit the one in the back for pretty thin, but they're there for 3.
Everybody pay attention.
Yeah.
I feel like Jerry's already seen this as he's 45 seconds in the future.
Oh, no.
God.
Oh, no.
3.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm so
That was
That was pretty ridiculous. That was
tragic.
There you go. That's how you get a steal 3.
Yeah.
I make things interesting.
Wow, they just knew it was the Zoom party and they wanted to keep things.
They're like, it's not exciting enough, guys. You gotta.
Yeah, it's not exciting enough. Let's just give him a steal 3. 4-4.
4 now.
Mm-hmm.
Heading to 5.
Ugh, my heart breaks
heading
for
to
that.
6.
I hope there's a good boom slam after that one.
That's tough.
Yep.
There's not a lot of ways to say that one.
I know that TJ, every time I come back, he's got something new.
Tough
going.
rocks.
It's brilliant. I love it.
You do that.
I gotta get that comma out of that S in Saturdays. I think that was a mistake, wasn't it, Matt?
I gotta figure out how to do that for my poker party.
We have Daryl Horseman coming into the call.
It's
nice.
Not that hard.
There's not enough Arizona folks involved yet?
We need more Arizona. Bring in all the Arizona.
Got it.
Yes, it is.
Hey, Daryl. Hey, how you doing, guys?
Daryl in.
Oh, you let him.
let him in.
You clicked the admit. Oh, I thought you meant the not admit. But
Do you know why I let him in? Because I need some more left-handed people in this call.
Absolutely.
I mean, I gave you players.
Yeah, and you're not hiding there either, Daryl. We're gonna unmask you as well. Welcome to the show, Daryl. Just so you know, we are live here on the stream. We are broadcasting, commentating the was this the Goldline U.S. Open Contender? C-Qualifiers going on right now.
Fantastic.
Jed Brundidge just stole 3 on the most tragic shot.
Oh, it was tragic, really.
Saw that.
It was a heartbreaker.
Yeah,
I'm still thinking about the Oreo cookie problem, but
Maybe Daryl and Michael could compare notes on where to get the best pizza in Winnipeg. You guys could talk about that as well. That's another.
Oh, we already slammed. I thought we solved that one, didn't we?
I don't know. I think I'd gone to bed by that point.
Oh,
I don't think it's ever solved.
oh, fair enough.
there's a lot of
The best
Daryl
pizza
has
question.
to weigh in. Well, he needs to weigh in. It's an important question, Daryl.
Yes, pizza
We need to
place.
reach down this pizza debate.
well, if you're trying to support the local cartels, you got to go Mr. Bones.
Mr. Bones doesn't exist anymore.
Oh
Well, then
I guess not enough people
you didn't-
supported the
yeah,
local
well,
cartel.
They didn't
then I
listen
guess
to you, Daryl.
DeLuca's
The truth
DeLuca's
hurts.
ends up pretty good.
Which ones?
DeLuca.
I think they closed down too.
Oh no!
man,
Killing
Daryl.
me, man.
Daryl.
You are killing me.
All right, man.
Daryl, you have to go home for
Yeah, it counts 0-2, man.
Got one more.
Is there any
Oh, no,
pizza
two,
in Winnipeg?
Well,
3
I guess the only
strikes
other
out
one.
would be.
I think
Uh,
Daryl was
for pizza.
single-handedly keeping these places in business.
Yeah.
We can't cross the
Hey,
border.
Jane, we
Yeah,
gotta open up a pizza place. All right, yeah, we're gonna open up a pizza place here on the club. That's all right.
Let's call it Daryl.
How about yeah? Well,
Daryl's.
Make him the VIP customer.
the world as I knew it is just shattered.
Ruined.
Well, the Winnipeg world that you knew.
I guess Panagopoulos.
No.
No. Oh wow. Jeez, Daryl.
Close too.
Man.
He's Michael.
You need to go home and get. You need to go home and have pizza. Apparently,
it's-
Daryl, and go and visit and have pizza.
When was I there last? Probably October. Can't have changed that much since then. It's Winnipeg, for Pete's sake.
Michael, you're
Okay.
like the Grim
For
Reaper.
pizza's sake.
Are these all COVID closures?
No. Mr. Bowen's been closed for a while, like years. Panagopoulos, yeah, years. DeLuca's, I think, is a COVID thing.
Okay, so DeLucas is just.
Come on,
Well,
Daryl. There's
Anyway, I hope they're good.
Santa Lucia, Gondola. There's your Winnipeg staples right there.
Yeah, Gondola's got the best thin crust.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
oh, there you go. Okay. Solve the problem.
Are they still in business?
Not for
Yes.
long.
Yeah, wait.
Well, they just got the Daryl seal of approval, so probably not.
Yeah. Wow.
Signing off.
DJ's
Oh,
Mexican
here's
Pizza.
a good shot here.
Yeah, gets one buried under the corner.
Yeah, that's not bad.
The kind of quality conversation we have every Saturday night while
Yeah,
we're
it
watching
is.
curling.
Truly.
That's a good curling shot right there.
And takes away the steal, or takes away the deuce here.
Now you're looking at force.
Loud. Hmm.
Took really tight ice, I thought.
Oh, you got by.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I know. I don't think you wanted to just get by there, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
overcurled.
I've
All
overcurled
the,
it.
all the curls in like that last 8 feet.
Yeah, it is. Wow.
Yeah.
Do it again. Sit right on top.
Mhm, yeah.
It's only 8 ends.
Fight you.
Yeah.
8 end games, yes.
You stay Cooper. Sit there, you're a good boy.
Jane, did you say that you thought there was a run on this turn?
Actually, just along the 4-foot stripe with the
Intern.
with the intern.
Clockwise.
Their intern, not our intern. Their intern. Just to be clear.
Farther out. So farther out, not
Just a little
here.
farther out. Yeah.
Not the right turn. So you're saying the other turn?
Daryl knows.
The shadow knows.
It's not a bad shot.
No.
Smash this out turn. Hit the yellow.
Yeah.
Like slash it?
You'd
Yeah.
unlock the back yellow
Yeah.
too, which is not helping you anymore
No.
as well.
No, it's not helping you at all. Yeah, just hit half a rock on the outside yellow.
It's all right. It's all
Get everything moving. I don't know that you can do good things with this intern.
You gotta really pop it, I think.
I think all it really does is just set you up for maybe a second shot.
If you can hold your shooter, it's a good thing. So
Yeah.
if you can,
Like it's
if
almost like
you're-
a. Go ahead.
could possibly hold a shooter. If you hit where you can see, you're gonna roll out to the.
Ooh.
Like, I think it's just gonna set you up or something, but that racking doesn't help.
Hmm.
No, that's the same kind of scenario as it does. It's the same scenario as like hitting what you can see. Like they've got to deal with it. So
That might be better than actually getting by.
it might actually be better.
Because if you get by and you hit it, and
Oh, that's not that
you
close.
leave them locked there,
Yeah.
and they just draw another one on top, and you're really hooped.
Yeah, that's true.
Now they're throwing a guard in. They got to make the guard, and if they don't, then you still have that out turn rip in. Still got that just huge whale in the out turn. But the game's really kind of switched to red kind of being in the driver's side now.
Momentum. The momentum.
Yeah,
is
momentum is
Yeah.
definitely on the side. Yeah.
It only took that one shot.
Mm-hmm.
It was a classic though. good spot.
Yep.
Man, very good shot.
I walked it down there any better.
Yep.
Ooh,
I was
he was
looking
gonna
at it.
See the shot. I don't think he was.
I think he's. I
Not
think.
that time.
Yeah.
Now I think he sees it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why not?
We're talking running it in?
Yeah, just half
Yeah.
rock, half rock on the yellow rock.
Oh, I was thinking just run the red into the pile.
You just run this half in. You can take a little bit more ice because you can actually hit a quarter of this and it still works. What you don't want to do is hit 3/4 because then you lose your shooter and you also don't stick it. Like you want to really stick this. So
He
err
came
on the
out
side
hot.
of more ice.
Be a little 6-seconder.
Not wide.
Not wide.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah.
Would you say, Matt, didn't want to hit 3/4?
Didn't want to hit quarter 3/4. He didn't look like he had a ton of ice to do that either. Like you can hit that thinner than you think you need to hit that. That is the kind of the worst case scenario.
Still, you do unlock that mess. They're going to try and draw
Yeah.
one in there. They don't have a ton of room. If they make
And
a
you-
good one under, you can make the run double on the top two.
Yeah.
Hey,
You got
And that
So,
yellow
for
is
the
on,
fuck-
right? Like
Yep.
be
Yeah,
tempting
that
if
yellow is on.
if I was red to consider
on.
hitting one of these. Like
Yeah.
you're not in a scenario where you're stealing here. You're not in it. Like it doesn't look like you're locked for a steal.
Yeah.
You lock this on and he runs back and makes the double, and all of a sudden they're sitting two.
Right.
It's okay to force.
He makes a good one here.
It's a good shot.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one where if you make it okay, you're good.
Oh, that's
Anything
pretty
else,
okay.
and you're really bad.
Well, he can run this
Still
this
run.
guard in, and he can get rid
lie
of everything.
3 or lie 2.
Yeah,
Lie two.
Yeah.
it's tougher though.
True.
Oh, yeah.
It is, but it's there.
Well,
right
it's
there's
just-
a risk. It's a risk reward, I guess.
Almost nose hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's true.
would not play the intern at this
No,
if it was
I don't
me,
think-
and
yeah,
not
I-
just because I hate interns. Like I would play the intern at this.
Anti-intern.
No, but I would play the outtern at this, not the end. The intern is really hard to call.
Yeah.
Ugh.
He just set that across the center line. It was
It's hard to throw and it's hard to call.
Yeah, because you don't want. Yeah, because it's coming into it the intern.
So what? This is Skip's first, right?
Yep.
Yeah. They're playing the run back, right? So like wherever you put this rock, they're running it back and they're trying to sit two. So
What if you
Yeah.
drew open side? Just for fun.
I
Mess 'em
don't
up.
know. That's what I'm wondering. Like, do you draw
Yeah.
open side? Because
Beeline
the double,
eight-foot.
you can't stick the double. Like you can't make the double and stay. So you're gonna lose your shooter. So if you go open side, if you go right where his brim is, if
Yeah.
you put the rock right where his brim is,
Mhm.
they can't make that double and stay.
Mhm.
So if they do make the double, you just are open side and you got to force. Like right now, you risk. If you make a perfect shot and he makes a perfect shot, he sits two.
All right. Let's see what he's doing.
Hmm.
Yeah, you got to hit one here, don't you?
Well, hit one or draw open side. Like just draw. Like you could also hit and roll off that top yellow one. But like
Yeah,
the
but
scenario
momentum's
is like
changed.
you make a perfect shot, he makes a perfect shot, you sit two. Whereas the other one, you make a perfect shot, he makes a perfect shot, you draw to sit two. So I think I'd go the other way. You assume when you throw this guard that he's not going to make the run and sit two, but you're assuming he doesn't make the shot.
Yeah.
It's actually not a bad guard because it's not like a
No.
great guard, so it's a tough
Exactly.
guard to actually make it in.
Yeah, you can't run this in. You can't hit what you can see side, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Locked a little.
Right.
Oof.
Yeah.
Now you guard. Now absolutely
Oh, yeah.
guard all day, and you might even Might even like consider bringing this in, and
8 foot?
might even consider sitting 3.
I would break. Yeah, I think top 8's not
Would
bad.
you want? Why would you want to sit 3?
Why not?
The
Do you
only way
think-
I want to sit 3, I think, is if I'm putting them all in a line.
Yeah, right. Well, that's what he's still calling the guard, right? So he's calling the guard to
okay.
line it up,
I
right?
understand. Yeah,
like that's the thing. So
Oh,
you
I
line it up
Then
to say
put that
3.
across the top and get everything going.
Yeah.
And if you're tighter doing
I-
that, I don't love
And
that.
yellow
I
missed
mean,
the
he's going
last
to do that
camera
anyway.
Plus, yellow's got 3 and 4. Like if you narrow it down to just keep 1, 2, 3 for yourself.
It's like leaving this even out of the rings is better than top 8, top 12 for that
Oh.
angle.
So
It's
the
not-
the only logic that I'm saying, Jerry, is almost whatever you play here, he's probably drawing for his 1, right? Like, so he's not going to run back this guard to try to get his 2 because the risk is too high. He should be, but he's probably not going to.
And it's been
Yeah.
inconsistent, and
So
most likely you're going to make a double here and give up 1, and 1's okay.
He missed it last time.
yeah, he missed it by a lot last
Well,
time.
that's
He
what
also
you
threw it.
do.
He also threw it. Now he throws it again. That helps.
And it's pressure.
Sure.
So here's my
Draw's not
logic,
a whole heck
Jerry.
of a lot better in any of those.
So here's my logic. If you take that rock and move it over dead in front of them, biting the top 8, so they're sitting 3. Now all of a sudden you've got to either run this in with a risk of dropping 2, or
Dead in
like you
front,
can't,
sure.
or
even a
you
little
can't
bit
throw
on
the draw.
Right hand side.
So now all of a sudden you
Like,
went
cut in a
from
line.
up 3 and 2 ends later, you're not win. You're like, there's right now, if he runs that guard in, it's the same scenario, I guess.
Yeah, it's actually maybe far enough over that it makes this run in.
It's actually a
little bit
bad
harder,
guard too. Yeah, it's actually a bad guard
Right,
still
the run
too.
is harder.
Like,
I like the guard because it makes the draw harder.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
draw is cutting off the draw.
Takes the
Not
eye away.
he thinks he can nose hit this and still score.
Impossible. No way.
It's there.
Red scores
Playing
one.
like
That's
quiet
red
way.
Danger, though.
You know what?
This has take the guard all over it. Who
might
has
be-
take the guard for 3 back to back?
He-
I gave them 3 on my shots.
He might be willing to concede 1.
He could also hit a quarter of the rock. He could also hit a quarter of rock and tap it in for 3 for another steal of 3.
Is that ice? I don't know.
He's playing control, like he's playing probably boardish, like to try to. You got to get to the nose here. Like he can't be
He's a
throwing this
Fenson.
hard.
I think he's playing.
Fenson.
I think he's
Yeah.
playing defense here. He's playing just to hold the 1. If he gets 2 out of it, if he gets a
This
double out of it,
is
it's
gonna be
bonus.
real close.
Uh-oh.
Picking the guard. No. Wow.
Made
Nice
it.
shot. Very nice
There
shot.
you go.
Beauty.
That's a good shot.
Wow.
That's
He
a
made- that's a
sliver
good
away
shot.
from another steal of 3.
That's a
Yeah.
fortunate shot.
Wow.
It's a good shot.
Got big balls, boy.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't he just draw in for his 1?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, it's
Uh-huh.
not a gimme.
Yeah, it's no giving me.
Yeah, bite 4 foot.
It's giving me up here.
Bite,
Like
sorry,
up here,
bite.
that sounds
Bite,
good
bite.
on paper, but
Bite,
it's tough. We think there might be a run over there too.
Like they just
And he
got
doesn't-
ice on Thursday here. So nobody's really got much practice under their belt.
We're pretty confident in our ability to make shots from here where we sit right now.
I haven't missed yet.
Especially
100%
right now.
accuracy.
Especially at
Yeah.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It's 10 o'clock here, so.
I know. It is.
Yep.
Drawing for 1 would have shown dominance. That was a hope shot.
Oh, for sure.
I kind of feel like the double for 1 showed dominance right there.
He was
Yeah.
hoping he was going to get what he got when he knew he should have drew to show that he still has it.
Yeah.
Eh.
He's a young guy. He's always going to hit before he draws.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, if you're 25 years or younger, you're hitting.
Yeah.
True. Very true.
Mom walks into the rings and you hit her. when you're under 25.
And from Winnipeg.
Right. And from out west.
That's a given, yeah.
Get out of the house. All right, so we're going open side here. We're going corner guard, I mean.
Yep, corner guard's going up.
Not the greatest of center guards. So corner guard. They want this in the rings. They want this in the rings.
Yeah, they're working it pretty hard.
Yep.
Interesting. Maybe they figured it was in the rings, so they didn't want to leave it half out.
No, he tapped in the rings, actually. He actually tapped in the rings, and that was their call.
Okay. Now we're going to go.
They're trying to throw this end away.
They're playing the stats. Where's Jerry with his stats?
Oh, I'm here. I'm
Well,
trying to get
stats.
Cameron Rittenauer into the room. He's Team Brundidge's regular lead. And he actually broke his wrist in an accident he had not long ago. And he's actually helping run the event. Him and Evan Workin, who plays with Brundidge as well. See if I can get him in.
Yeah, I was thinking Evan looks. I've never seen him look as good as I do right now with that mask cap on his face.
Aw.
Oh, Daryl, we missed it. We missed the humor in the driveway, Daryl.
You'd say that to his masked face too, wouldn't you?
I would.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
would.
would. Yeah. I love Evan. Yeah. Yeah.
How are you, Daryl?
Good. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing all right, man.
Still don't have an answer as to whether we ended up with a better feed or not.
Yeah, I don't think it's funny. So they throw a center, they go over to the open side, nose hit, then hit and roll behind the center.
Then go around. Yeah.
No, they hit and rolled to there. So didn't really want to do that, but the way they were drawing it up. But now it sounds like they're going to start ripping. Go to the next end.
Where's that? Where's that in mine?
What are you doing, Jerry? You're letting someone in the room, obviously.
Nope, sorry.
All right.
Closing some stuff.
Can't multitask, buddy. You're streaming the whole thing. It all lies on you.
Gets more difficult as the night goes on.
I'm trying to figure out where to close that.
The struggle is real, Jerry. I know.
I'm clicking on my screen on the streaming software. Click, 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 click.
Not a long day.
The struggle is real, man.
It is real. Yeah, I thought I didn't even realize I was actually on the live stream. And I was
no.
Asked it.
Swinging a miss.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Now we got to force him to play.
It's not in the plan.
No.
Drink.
Not ideal. That makes me laugh. Every time I look at that, it makes me. He's got something new going on. You got to rotate.
I'm sick of this.
You're gonna have to show me how to do that because that makes me giggle.
It's ridiculously easy to do.
I want to do it for my classes. I want to know how to do it.
Yeah.
It's literally just download the Snap camera and set it as your camera.
Oh, that is funny.
Okay.
All right.
There are probably thousands of these. Most of them are not very good, but there's a good, 25, 50 that are pretty fun.
That's hilarious.
We've all learned something here tonight.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that one, Jared. TJ, that's awesome. Oh,
I've got some other ones that are going to come out after the game is over. But
all right.
Am I missing something here? Is this TJ? What do you got going on there, TJ?
I'm in space.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Oh shit! How you doing, TJ?
Yeah.
It's what I am now. I'm the fish from the movie.
That's awesome.
Oh, little Yash and Stan Schmeggy. Oh, Schmeggy brothers. Gotta love those two.
Somehow it always works back around to SCTV. I'm not sure.
Of course, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're going
Or
to
Strange Brew.
we already said
because I thought we were going to be talking about Strange Brew.
But we said we're gonna have Monday Night Curling on. We had to do Howie McMeeker Monday Night Curling. We had to show that. So
No, it's Tuesday night curling.
Was it Tuesday? I thought it was Monday
Tuesday
night.
night. No, because Monday night's football.
Yeah,
Oh, right, for Tuesday Night
That's,
Curling. All right.
that's the joke. And it's Howie McMeeker.
McMeeker, yeah, Howie McMeeker. That's it. Yeah. Running down the ice with the two brooms over his head.
Sweep.
I just love the story behind Bob and Doug McKenzie and why they did the sketch.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hear it.
Two are hilarious.
Sorry.
Yeah, tell it. Feel free.
Oh, okay, so basically the CBC said you have to have a certain amount of Canadian content per hour.
Yep.
And so
Yeah,
like,
that is the law.
yeah, so you go, what does that mean? Like two guys wearing toques sitting on a Davenport talking about hockey, drinking and drinking Molson, and so that's what they did to get their Canadian content. Was just two guys sitting on a Davenport wearing toques, drinking Molson.
So are you sure that wasn't just the joke? Because
That was just the
SCTV
joke.
would have been
That-
Canadian
yeah.
content.
Yeah, because the whole show was CanCon. Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was,
so
but I mean, but like when they heard the rule, they were like,
Yeah.
this, okay.
Yeah.
Well, kind of like the whole Seinfeld reference, the show about nothing.
Yeah.
No, but it was pretty much they just sat down and they were drinking beer and
We have another good shot here.
Call people hosers.
That was their idea because that was what they.
So since this is a safe space, I could probably share. I've actually got Bob and Doug McKenzie. It's not the circle.
Do not
It's
say
okay.
anything. You do not need to say.
Yeah, it's a internet. The internet are listening. The internet people are listening. We have internet people on, Daryl.
Well, I've actually got Bob and Doug McKenzie action figures that come with little stubbies and the little backdrop. The Great White North.
I had that as well. I have that as well.
Yeah. Those two guys got into some shenanigans in my kitchen. Let me tell you what.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I can't even repeat it, but good times.
It comes with a little grill and little burgers on the
Yes.
grill, and it comes with
Yes.
donuts
Yes.
and stubbies and non-stubbies and the cooler that you
One
can
of the
stick the-
stubbies.
But they have the cooker. You got the little gas cooker.
Yeah, it has the
little
cooker too,
Coleman
yeah.
grill, yeah.
And it comes with little burgers that you can stick on them.
Does one of the stubbies have a mouse in it?
Some of the stubbies are open and some of the stubbies are closed.
Yeah.
Could be
So
a
some
mouse
of them
in
are
it.
empties and some of them are full.
Yeah.
That's a
Never
mess.
forget the time they finally met He-Man and Barbie. That was a night. But that's probably for
Oh, Daryl, you're telling secrets now.
Well, that's an offline conversation.
Email.
You had a Barbie?
Becky wants to know more about this.
As long as it wasn't Wonder Woman and the Invisible Man.
All right, back to the game here. What do we got going on, Matt? You're paying attention.
It's yeah, I'm paying attention to the game. It's still
Here we go.
Brundidge wants to blank this because he hasn't apparently gone to the Jerry Gertz school of down one with or up one without. And so
I-
he's been trying to blank this the whole end, and Fenson's along for the ride.
Whoever's letting people in, let me know when Cameron Rittenauer comes in.
Okay.
Oh, looks like they picked up Lance Wheeler, huh, to take over Cameron's spot.
That's why Claire Moores is watching in. That would explain that.
Connect the dots, eh?
Mixed doubles teammate. She was in here earlier.
Yeah, not anymore.
No.
You
Be
scared
very
him.
tempting. Be very tempting to just go top 8 here. Buried and try to sit. Yeah, just rip it around and try to get your 2. Because they're gonna try to. They're gonna try to pick it out. And so then you still have
And
the
if you
shot for
roll
the
out here,
blank.
though, they're going around, and now you're in trouble.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's the risk. And it looks like he's playing. It looks like he's playing this with probably a little bit more weight than just like tapping it back to the play back line at this.
Yeah,
But he's playing more weight than that because of the ice.
A little bit here. You can't.
Real
you
risk
really
of-
can't get forced here. It's a problem, right?
No, you
Blank
can't
is
get
okay.
forced. Yeah. Yeah. No, he's got a good shot.
Mm-hmm. That's fun. That's hawkish.
Now they have to decide. Like they're gonna play this. They're not obviously not gonna come around. They're gonna just hit this. And so then you got a blank.
And you get a blank.
I think I like the draw if I know what I'm doing drawing,
Yeah, I would.
right?
Yeah.
Like out here, it's a little questionable at times right now, just early season and everything. You
Yeah,
miss the
that's
draw,
what
you might force yourself, which is really bad.
Yeah.
Have you guys got a feeling on how the speed is? Usually Todd's really good with the speed.
So we had John Benton on earlier today, and he said the speed was really good. He was happy with it.
Good.
He's gonna clip.
It looks okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
Now I'm back to that 13-second gap.
Was it working fine?
It was about 10 minutes ago, and
Okay.
maybe 5 shots ago.
So
It
I mean,
buffeted
this
a
is
little
what they
bit.
wanted. At the beginning of the end, when they came in on the wing, this is what they were hoping for. They were hoping for this blank. So their whole goal was to blank this end.
Oh yeah.
You just got to make this shot.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Ah.
That is not how you want to do that.
Nope.
That is not how you pencil that one up, is it? Play it basically perfect end, and then nose hit the peel.
What do you
Just
give
can't
that?
feel.
Jerry? What's that, a 2?
You gotta give it 3 out of 5.
3? Really?
Half
Yeah.
shot, the right way, because you can't
Yeah,
miss that
yeah.
either, right? That's even
Right,
worse.
yeah.
True.
Yeah, it's worse to flash it, but it's
Yeah, no, a 3 out of 5. I mean,
statistically it's not that much worse, right? Like tied up without playing 8. What do you win? Like it's about the same. So.
So as the skill level goes down, the more you want to be tied without,
Yeah,
than down to with,
yeah.
because the chance of winning the game is around.
But it's a
12% versus as you go down lower rankings, it's closer to like 68%, 70% win rate tied with.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd still
Yeah.
rather be tied without than
yeah. Then down to with, even in the 5 rock rule,
in this.
even in 5, yeah, in this, yeah.
If I'm playing somebody really, really good, stop for 1 second. Sorry. If you're playing somebody really good and you've got a good team, you're going to want that 5 rock.
Yeah.
I miss hitting the button or the forefoot. They're not, those simple.
Yeah.
I mean,
the other
all
thing
the
is,
time.
yeah. If you're playing somebody really good, you're probably also pretty good yourself, and so like you make that peel.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you had to make that decision,
yeah,
then it's much more closer for a choice. Like in the Grand Slams, that decision was even for the men last season. Like we're both about 8%. 8%.
Yeah,
win down
but to be clear, we're
2%
talking
for a
about
steal.
we're talking about the decision on how to miss a shot, right? Like the ideal situation there is to
difference
make
between
the deal.
those scenarios. We're different things.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
It's now wide open. 8th end here. We made the tick.
Yeah. Yeah. Good shit. Good.
Wow.
That's a beauty of a tick too.
Perfection.
Now, how do you guys feel about like not having another person up there sweeping that? Like the third. No, 2, because the third can also sweep that, right? Your own rock?
Used to be able to.
I'm not sure what international rules are. In Canada, you can only have 1.
Okay.
On the guard? If it's your own rock? Oh yeah,
Correct.
It's your own rock.
Your own rock, you can only have 1 sweeper, and it has to be the player controlling the house.
No, I'm talking about the other skip, right? So when you're making a tip against me, you're making the tick against me. Yeah. I can sweep that, but so can my third, right?
No.
No.
Just the player controlling the house is the Canadian rule. The international rule may actually be what you're saying.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Way to confuse players.
I know. It's one of these challenges we run into with spiels and stuff too, right? So, like events are supposed to be part of, the Grand Slams are part of a international world curling tour. And when you play those events, you should technically be playing by World Curling Federation rules then, right? Because with international teams playing, you end up, should they play Canadian rules? Well, they'll never play Canadian rules in competition anywhere.
Dear, wow.
Right? Whereas Canadian teams kind of have to learn both rules. So what I actually do with the Stu spiels is that when there's an international team in the game, they play international rules. When it's both Canadian teams, they play Canadian rules, or they can play whatever they want. But
the international team always plays their rules. You got
right, because the Canadian team's got to learn both anyway, so you might as well do it in games.
That's a really good way to do it. I think. Yeah, sure. You want an opportunity maybe to do it.
Yeah, if you ever travel to Europe or the States or Asia, you're going to be playing under those rules, so you might as well know them.
That's a good idea too. Yeah. Okay.
Jerry?
So everybody but Canada has those rules, right?
Correct. Like every country has to adopt their own rule book. Canada's the only one that has a few differences, and that's really down to like the last few now. There used to be a lot of rule changes or differences. Getting there.
Jerry.
Yes.
I just like Cameron in.
Awesome. Hey Cameron, how's it going?
Cameron.
Can we might have to unmute him and unmask him. There we go.
Sorry, that was on my side.
All good. Welcome, Cameron.
Thank you.
Regular player with Team Brundidge. I know you've been texting at me. You really would love to be on the ice right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, I kind of went through an ordeal a couple weeks ago and broke my wrist, unfortunately. But, yeah, definitely missing the ice.
So instead, they've got you busy running the event. You and Evan have been taking care of a lot of the stuff behind the scenes there.
Yeah, basically we drew the short straw, and we were actually excited to join in and run the event. Yeah, absolutely. John Benton kind of put the majority together, but we helped putting the draws together and kind of running the day-to-day, which is really exciting by far.
Yeah, it's been awesome. It's been great to have some curling, and I know having a shortage of teams wanting to play hasn't been our problem. It's more about just trying to find safe places to get out on the ice, and the ability to just play the game safely as well has been our biggest challenge, I think.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm sure the curlers appreciate all your work, and we certainly do here, being able to watch and follow along as well.
Yeah, and back to you, Jerry. You've been a huge help during this entire ordeal, and helping throw this together and keeping Curling Zone going and all that good stuff.
Might as well do what I can do. It's fun. I really enjoy this community, and we got an awesome crowd on here too.
Awesome.
So tell us a little bit about Team Brundidge. You're part of this crew. What have you guys been playing, and goals and everything for this team?
Absolutely. So kind of our big team goal is to make the trials and, potentially the Olympics. That's a tough goal to make, but definitely to make the trials is the potential we're looking at and getting there. But, in the short term, obviously all of us have had a tough time finding ice and curling and all that good stuff. But this is the first United States post-COVID event that we've had, and we're kind of looking for.
North America.
Now, for men or women, the juniors have been playing since August in Manitoba, so they're good.
Oh, I meant just the United States, yeah.
But for men's and women's event, this is still the first one as well on the docket, so it's exciting to see for sure.
Leave tomatoes alone.
Absolutely.
No, he's not.
Oh,
God, he sucks.
All right, not a bad setup here for your guys.
Yeah,
You can
no,
sneak out a
it
steal.
looks good. Playing hard guard on the guard, or coming around.
Looks like they're going high guard here.
Yeah, that's right.
How many left?
That was thirds last. This is thirds last for yellow from Fenson.
So Skip Stone's next to come here.
Skip Stone's next.
Yeah, four left.
High guard or come around.
I think I play one more guard.
Definitely.
I usually hate that, but
I know.
it's so tight.
It's so tight.
And you don't want to leave them a kind of freebie run at it either.
Yeah.
I like one more guard, and
yeah, I think you gotta. If that was, 3 feet closer to the hog line, I think you go around.
Yeah.
What about bite the back four?
Yeah.
No, I said
go deep on purpose.
Yeah.
They still rip the guard and they still try to run it in. Create some separation. Probably not, but even if they peel the guard, then you just go top.
Well, anytime you
top
complicate the shot, it does bring that potential into play too, right?
Yeah, right.
You're in a real tough spot to win here. So if you can ever set a situation where you tease them into that type of a shot,
I hate just giving them free. Yeah, I hate giving them a free run at this no risk, no real
you gotta
risk.
Give it lots of space. You gotta give it lots of space.
Yeah, like just over kind of thing for the guard. But if you're coming around, you gotta try to create some space.
Like hanging off the back four almost.
Yeah. Oh. That's not really
not real good. Not right. Not ideal.
Run at this have a free run at this double peel. Half a rock.
Yeah.
Dynamite coming.
This is an interesting call.
No.
He's coming around?
Wow. Well, now I'm
When was the last time Fenson threw a draw?
Well, still, if I'm fencing, I'm real happy.
Wow.
This is the only call that I'm happy with making right now.
But this is Fenson throwing, right?
Yeah, this is Fenson throwing.
Hey, Cameron, this is the 8th
So-
end, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, this is the 8th end.
Absolutely. I'm about 30 seconds ahead of you guys, but absolutely. 8th end.
Baffling.
Yeah.
This is
I won't let you in on any secrets until you see it.
Yeah, no holy crap.
No spoilers here.
Why wouldn't you just like
Yeah. I like the double.
I bet you because he hasn't thrown a draw.
So what?
Well, if you haven't thrown a draw for 6 ends, and they say 24, okay, that's no problem.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, well. All right.
This is scary. Although it did lock those 2 guards, so there's no tap.
It did look, yeah, there's no tap and
right.
No, but now
finding the draw around has been a challenge here.
well, what are you in off? No, come on, don't take
no,
it.
the outturn,
Got
the
a draw,
outturn.
but it's hard to find.
Yeah, I don't like this intern draw. I like the outturn draw.
Outturn is way better.
I like the outturn because if it overcurls, you're definitely fully buried, top 4. It's really tough to get to. I agree.
Outturn, yeah. And
If you're half open on that outturn side,
They can only pick
like,
you anyways.
they can only pick you. Yeah,
I like that. I like the outturn a lot.
I think you play the outturn. He's also got it. Like if he wants to play the intern.
Well, not that you want to play the tap, but you could tap either one of those as well. And
I don't think he can tap either
No.
one of those.
so, yeah,
I'll play a tap.
2 overlaps. Yeah.
I just got a text from Corey Dropkin. He says, "Are you watching this?"
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Apparently he isn't. If he was watching this, he would know.
It's
He
true.
might be watching the Four Seasons stream as well.
But,
He's
or
streaming
he
there
might
without
be
commentary.
like in the stands.
You guys are.
Baffling, absolutely baffling.
Yeah, that's somewhat baffling right there.
Just one of those moments. Likely had a little brain fart. Maybe thought we were playing 10 for some reason.
Maybe.
Hey, sometimes it happens, man.
Yeah.
It does, absolutely. The other thing he thought is like I haven't thrown a draw in ages, and maybe if I just get in there first, we win.
Yeah.
I
Or you
think
get it-
that's a legit theory.
Or you get it first and make him get the pressure.
Yeah, no,
That's the
absolutely. Let's
reason
get in
why.
there. That's the reason. It's not a good reason, but it's a reason.
It's a reason.
Something
Oh
stick.
man.
Oof.
Yeah.
I
Well, now you
mean,
force the other draw for the win.
Your draw.
Half the 8. That's all you need.
Same ice.
You're lying too, and you haven't left them on. East. Not the hardest, but
People in the
Right,
future
everyone,
know
the
what
last
already
round
happened.
here.
Yeah,
Eighth end.
here we go. This is why he threw the draw on his first shot, hoping for this moment.
but now now you forced him to change the turn that he was throwing.
Man,
Well,
Put him on a
it's the
different
weight.
path.
It's the weight.
shouldn't affect it. Question is, are the rocks matched?
Yeah, well, the rocks matched. Are both sides running the same? Both pass the same?
Both paths are probably the same for speed. Pretty close. Might not
Here
be
we
the
go,
same
last
for.
rock.
How many have you?
Yeah,
more?
here we
Riley
come.
Fenson drawn for the win.
Drum roll.
I really did a good job of holding my composure. I know the end result here. Sorry. I'm just keeping a straight face.
Oh, he wrecks on the red. He doesn't roll in, right?
Oh.
Oh no, he wrecks on the red and rolls it.
Just
And he
does.
threw it hard. He threw it hard too. Like if he doesn't hit that,
Wow.
if he doesn't hit
that
that,
would've
that's
been
going. That's through. Yeah. Oh yeah. Easy.
You know what? He
Rolled
might have
6
been
feet.
over
wait, it went through?
Yeah. No, he got
one.
one.
He got it. Made the
Racked
draw
and rolled
or
it.
something.
He took off the guard.
Yeah. I'm saying
Let's
if it
wrap
didn't
up
hit the
show
guard, it
here.
would have went
Nobody
through.
has to leave right now. I'm just going to wrap up the stream and then we'll let the party continue. we'll see if we can find something else to watch.
Yeah,
But,
thanks, internet people and the internet.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
we're glad that we came to your living rooms and
Yeah. Well,
It was a joy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun. I think that it was enjoyable for me to, after a long day of streaming, to have finish off the night with you guys too. And
Yeah.
see Jane, lots of energy left. Lots of
Right?
energy left.
Right.
Energy, I told
There
you.
go, Jane.
Nice
Jane,
work.
how's your wine there? You need any more wine?
yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks a lot,
Appreciate
Cameron.
it.
Appreciate
No
it.
problem.
What time are,
Yep, have a
quarters
good one.
tomorrow?
Yeah, nice to
Yeah.
chat with you, Cameron.
What time are quarters tomorrow?
Cool hours. That was Jerry in like fucking 16. That's crazy. Yeah, I know.
We should
And,
probably mute Cameron. Somebody mute.
oh, hi
Cameron.
guys. Yeah, sorry.
Hey,
You
Cameron,
guys still hear me? That's great.
What time is
Yeah,
the
the
quarters
guys are coming
tomorrow?
off the ice. I meant to hit leave.
No
All right.
worries. Hey, Cameron.
Okay, bye, guys.
All right. We'll find out the quarters somehow. 9 o'clock tomorrow, maybe Central Time. We'll be back with some streaming. Hopefully, grab on to the quarters and then semis and final tomorrow. We'll grab in some more commentators. But yeah, thanks again, everyone. Appreciate for tuning in. But until then, we're going to take off for the night. We'll talk to everyone tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good
This is going to take
night.
30 seconds.
Hey, people.
Catch up. Yeah. So the curling Zoom party. Quick. How does someone find this? Matt.
How does somebody join this?
Yeah,
Go to
quick.
the Curling Legends Facebook page and follow that, and you should be able to find the link.
Awesome.
I texted
Curling
Ian.
guy?
And I think the quarter started at 8:30. That's what the sobering team was talking about.
Awesome.
That's
Thanks,
it.
Daryl. Appreciate it.
That's what Delaney said too. Or Team Strauss.
Funny.
Oh, all right.
That was good one, Jerry.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was fun.
Fun.
Oh boy.
That was a good
Never
ending.
felt
Out the end credits here. We got Goldline that we'd like to thank. Of
Nice.
course, Goldline is awesome. Title sponsor.
Yeah, Goldline is.
And then, of course, I got to roll that last curling zone little section too, right?
Of course.
Sure.
Yeah.
Goldline.
I'll cut that stream off. Almost done. 30 seconds, everyone. We'll be out and clear.
No worries.
TV broadcast. I just work.
Just sitting here looking at the Grim Reaper. It's all good.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, can the internet people still hear us?
Yes.